Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome to a brand new video in which I'm going to introduce to you guys an amazing project that is called Supreme Finance. Now this is an auto staking and auto compounding project, and the APY that we have in this is 400,000 plus. And the rebase rewards are so frequent, it's just 10 minutes, that's like 144 times in a day. And they have been audited, and one of the most important announcements that we'll be covering in this video is about their airdrop of $100,000 worth of SUP, that's their native token. So there's like a massive airdrop that is happening, and there's their pre-sale that is happening on 6th of April. So it's just like in one day. So we'll be covering both of these major announcements. We'll be discussing in detail what this project is, what the strong points are, and why you should invest into it or why you should get into it. Obviously it'll be up to you to invest or not. So that's what we'll be covering in this video. Make sure that you check the links in the description and do your own investigation and research. And without further ado, let's get straight into the project. Now here we are at the official website of Supreme Finance. Now we'll be learning completely about this project, like how does it actually work? How do they have managed to achieve this high APY? And we'll talk about their pre-sale, which is very soon, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. It's very important. I have seen and I have received a lot of requests from people requesting to bring more and more new projects like these, because whenever they come, they're like an influx of investors. The spots gets filled, not like the spots gets filled, but you know, the way we get VLs entered into this, and then the the normal user cannot make enough. So it's always better that you get into the project first, you get into the project early, and this is the perfect opportunity for you to enter into it early. So make sure that you do not miss the option of pre-sale that is going to start very soon. So probably when the video is uploaded, you're just going to have 1 day left to it. So make sure that you do not miss this. Now let's learn what Supreme Finance is, what makes this project so amazing, and why is there like such a great hype for this. You can actually take a look at the Yahoo Finance. They actually posted about them, which is really awesome. So we have details about this here, but we'll be using the website for all of the things. It says world's highest paying auto staking and auto compounding protocol, highest fixed APY you can trust. It says highest fixed APY you can trust, 403,828.92%. That's massive. That's insanely high. And we'll take a look at like how much you can make with this APY, an estimate, so you can have a better idea. But the APY is definitely very massive, and it is paid every 10 minutes. That is 144 times in a day, which is very frequent. Like usually we see project giving that in 1 hour, or after 6 hours or 8 hours, and this one is just 10 minutes, which is very frequent. It says highest, fastest, safest, everything Supreme. Then we get the link to pre-sale and also for the white paper. Now, for the people who are joining in new, who haven't seen an auto compounding, auto staking project before, who are just confused on how the hell is this APY possible, how does this whole thing work, I'm just going to give you guys a very brief introduction, brief gist on how this actually works. We have talked about the concept of having an elastic supply, in which we can change the supply, we can bring it up, we can bring it down, we can increase or decrease the supply. That is called having an elastic supply. And because of this, we get the mechanism of rebasing, that we set the price, like we want this price to stay at this level. And if the price drops, what we do is basically we reduces the supply, and increasing the value, it brings back to that point. And if the price goes higher to that point, what we do is we increase the supply, and by increasing the supply, the value decreases, it brings back to the point. So when we have value, when we have the price higher than the set price, that is called positive rebasing, and that is how they make this possible. Now we'll talk about the transaction fees, on how do they fund the their treasury, the RFV fund, and how do they sustain this. We'll talk about those details when we talk about the the tokenomics, but generally they use positive rebase mechanism, and that's why these are called rebase rewards, and that's how we achieve this APY. Now this is an ideal APY, and we'll talk about the condition and the scenario that has to be achieved in order for this APY to be sustained. It says Supreme Finance is transforming DeFi with the Supreme Auto Staking Protocol, SAP, that delivers the industry's highest fixed APY, rebasing rewards every 10 minutes, and a simple buy, hold, earn system that grows your portfolio in your wallet fast. Now, again, there will be an influx of investors. Spots gets filled. The price, gets increased a lot, and it comes to a point where people, stop entering into it. So make sure that it does not reach that time. You enter this project before that happens, because later on, if you want to get into it, you'll have to pay more. Right now, you can pay less for the tokens, more tokens than you will in the future. So this is the whole point of this video and making this very early, because you have the option of pre-sale right now. So don't miss that. It says Supreme rewards holders with automatic compounding interest, increasing their SUP holdings over time. Now, one of the most amazing things that I really admire about these auto staking, auto compounding projects, and using this whole positive rebase mechanism is that you don't have to give your tokens custody to anyone else. You don't have to move your tokens to another wallet or outside of your wallet to any exchange. You keep full custody and you are in full control of your tokens that are in your wallet. All you have to do is buy the tokens and hold the tokens in your wallet, and that's all you need to do, which is what makes this really amazing. You don't have to place any lockup on your tokens that at a point you cannot withdraw them. You don't place any lockup, you don't stake, you don't do anything else. This is auto staking, in which you don't actually place any lockup. You don't move your tokens anywhere else. So you have complete custody of your tokens, you're in complete control, there's no lockup, and you earn rewards with such high APY, which is why these projects are really, really popular. Now, there's another concept, I would say, another project that they have worked on, that is the SUP, relax and earn. Basically, kind of like a jackpot in which people can, first deposit tokens, and then if they're like lucky, the more tokens you have, you deposit, the more chances you have of winning. And if you win, you get, amazing prizes. It says highest, fastest, and safest. Token give you the access to relax and earn. If you have SUP tokens, that's how you get access to this. Easy to enter, easy to win, multiple big winners each week. No one loses their initial deposit. So the initial deposit that you put, you get it back even when you lose. Like, this is insane. Even if you don't win, keep all your money. Earn by relaxing. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are confused, like, how does the whole thing happen? Like, when we talk about these kind of things like gambling or betting on things, you pool up your money, you deposit money, and then the winning team gets that, and the loser team loses money. In this case, it doesn't happen like that. What happens in this is that whenever any participant deposits money, those tokens are getting rebased rewards. And we know the APY, there's like a 2-point-something% of ROI daily. So all those tokens that are deposited from everyone is getting rebased rewards. And that rebased rewards, those rewards that are collected, that makes up the prize pool for the jackpot. So when it's over, the winner gets rewards, and the people who did not win gets their deposit back. And that's how this whole thing works. You can see it's really, really insane. It's really amazing. Now, if you want to get an idea on how much you can get with this amount of APY, here's what. If you invest $1,000 in buying SUP, after a year, that $1,000 will turn into $4,003,928.64 US. And this is a scenario. This is the amount that is calculated if the RFV sustains the rebased reward for 365 days, so almost a year. And this brings us to the topic on how this actually works. We're going to talk about the tokenomics and transaction fees and stuff like those. But you can see how insane it is, like turning $1,000 into almost $4 million. I think that's why people are like getting into it. There's like a whole influx of investors, and we have seen how this is made possible. They're not making money out of thin air. We have a whole mechanism in this. Now, before we move to the tokenomics, one of the major announcements that I should not miss is about their Supreme Coin airdrop of SUP tokens of $100,000. So that's insane. Make sure that you follow them on all their social media. You take part in the pre-sale. You remain active on all their social media handles so that you do not miss this airdrop. Now, if we talk about the tokenomics, this is where we're going to learn how this whole mechanism actually works. So basically, every single transaction, there's a tax. There's tokens that are taken out of it. In this case, we have 10% tax on buying and we have 20% tax on selling. So there's an anti-𝗪𝗻𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗵 because it incentivizes people for buying by giving them rewards, but it penalizes people from selling by having a higher selling tax. So this is how it is distributed. Automatic LP 4% plus 8% in case of buy or in case of sell. It goes to liquidity, and this increases the collateral value of the SUP because we have more and more liquidity being added. And this is really important because now they don't have to entirely rely on the liquidity providers, so I think that's pretty important. And then we have risk-free value 4 to plus 8% of the trading fees are directed to the RFV, and this is what sustains and back the staking rewards provided by the positive rebase. So this is actually how this works, and there's a treasury that backs the risk-free value, and then the risk-free value sustains the rebase rewards, and that's how this whole thing works. Basically, it is empowered by the token, by the SUP token that is in the center, the native token. That is basically the key. And the more transaction that happens, the more goes to the risk-free value, more to the treasury to back the risk-free value, and that's how it is sustained. And in the treasury, 2% in case of buy and 4% in case of sell goes to the treasury, which supports the RFV. And this is how this whole thing actually works. They're not making money out of thin air, as I mentioned before. This is the SUP is a BP20 token. It is on the Binance Smart Chain, which is very, very popular, for having lower gas fees and for higher transaction speeds. So it is ideal for these kind of projects. And we have seen a lot of projects, jumping to success, skyrocketing like these projects. And there's a very high demand of these projects in the market currently, and you'll be seeing a lot of auto compounding, auto staking projects. But do not fall for false projects. Because there are a lot of genuine projects, because there are a lot of projects that are helping people make a lot of money and profit, and while they're growing themselves too, there are a lot of projects that are here to take benefit of this. So do not get tricked into those projects. There are genuine projects. This one is definitely genuine, and it's insured. There's a lot of investors already, and they're having a pre-sale, which is very, very important. And this is on the PinkPresale, and you can see they have been audited too. So the project is safe. This project is safe. It is legitimate. And I think you can make really huge. This is for the diamond hand, to be honest. Don't be like those people who invest in and then take out right away or stuff like those. It's not for those kind of projects. It's for long-term investments, because you can see that if you want to get that APY, it's like a 1 year that you have to, remain in there. Although you don't have to place any lockup, you have complete custody of your tokens. There's no kind of boundary in this one. But the whole point is that you grow yourself. You grow your portfolio, which is really important that you do this in this one. Now, I think we have covered complete information about this project here. You get complete, all of the details from their documents, which is right here, which explains what Rebase token is, what RFV is, what treasury is, what the APY, and what ROI do you get, which I just told you guys is like 2-point-something% daily ROI that you get in this one. So you have complete information on all these things, and this is explaining on how you can buy. Currently, you can take part in the pre-sale, which is something that I suggest that you do so. And later on, it'll be available on the exchanges. You can use MetaMask, Trust Wallets, and all of the guys are here. So you can buy it on the PancakeSwap. Then right now, you have the amazing option to buy the token at a discounted price on the pre-sale. So make sure that you do not miss this amazing opportunity. And just, I think we have covered complete information. This is their app, and you can connect your wallet. This is the dashboard that'll tell you about when the next rebase is going to be, what your balance is, what your rewards are, and current price and stuff like those. We also have calculator and swap and other buttons here. But I think this is the maximum information right for you guys. Two most important announcements. One is of their pre-sale, and second is of their Supreme Coin airdrop of $100,000 worth SUP. So make sure that you do not miss these opportunities. It's really insane. The project itself is very, very insane. And yeah, so this is all I have for you guys in this video. If you have any question, make sure that you comment, in the comment section, and I'll get to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. it is up to you whether to invest or not.